Nobody wants to feel that sudden, terrifying shift in their mouth right in the middle of a dinner party or a big presentation. It is that moment when your dentures decide they have a mind of their own and start sliding around like they are on a skating rink. That is exactly where a heavy hitter like Poligrip enters the scene. This stuff is practically a household name for a reason. It is not just about keeping things in place. It is about providing a psychological safety net. Most people who pick up a tube are looking for that initial lock. They want to know that when they bite into a sandwich, their teeth are not going to make a break for it. From what we see in the real world, it delivers a pretty solid punch right out of the gate. Users talk about this massive boost in confidence. They go from being self-conscious to actually engaging in conversation without that constant fear of a slip-up. But let us get real for a second. It is not a miracle cure. There is a learning curve that nobody tells you about on the back of the box. If you go too heavy with it, you end up with this messy, oozing situation that feels like you've got slime leaking out the sides. It is not pretty. And the taste can be a bit of a deal breaker for some folks who are sensitive to that chemical flavor. You really have to find that sweet spot with the amount you apply. Too little and you are sliding by lunchtime. Too much and you are spending 20 minutes scrubbing your gums later that night. The comfort side of things is actually a big win here. It acts like a tiny shock absorber for your mouth. It provides this thin layer of cushioning that stops the hard material of the denture from rubbing against your sensitive gums. That alone can make a huge difference in how your day goes. However, if you were planning on eating a steak or sipping on piping hot coffee all afternoon, you need to be realistic. Heat and oil are the natural enemies of this adhesive. They start to break down that bond. Before you know it, that rock-solid hold starts to feel a little mushy. This is especially true if your dentures do not fit perfectly to begin with. An adhesive is a helper. It is not a structural repair kit. If the fit is way off, no amount of cream is going to fix the underlying issue. In fact, using more product to compensate for a bad fit usually just leads to more mess and less stability. When it comes to actually putting it on, the secret is all in the prep work. Your dentures have to be bone dry. Even a little bit of moisture can ruin the seal before it even starts. You want small strips or tiny dots. Keep them away from the very edges. If you put the glue right on the rim, it is going to squeeze out the moment you bite down. Once it is in, you give it a firm press, and then just wait. Do not go rushing for a glass of water or a snack right away. Give that bond a few minutes to actually set up and do its job. Cleaning it off at night is the part everyone hates, but you cannot skip it. If you let that residue build up, it gets tacky and ruins the fit for the next day. You have to be consistent with your routine. It is an affordable, reliable tool for the everyday grind, even if it is not the strongest thing on the planet. It is accessible, and it works for the majority of people. It is a solid choice for beginners who want something that is easy to find at any shop. It gives you that bit of extra security so you can focus on your life instead of your teeth.